Hey everyone, I'm Kristen, the anxiety therapist, and today I want to talk about the power of doing a dopamine detox and how this can help with alleviating anxiety and restoring balance. So, we all know that we live in a very fast-paced and hyper-stimulating world, so it's really no surprise that anxiety has sort of become this common companion for a lot of people. We're constantly being exposed to notifications on our phone and social media, and this instant gratification has left our brains really overstimulated and craving more. So, the dopamine detox is a technique that has the potential to alleviate anxiety by sort of rebalancing our brain chemistry and just fostering a healthier relationship with stimuli. So, I'll explore kind of what a dopamine detox entails and then how it can benefit those seeking respite from anxiety. So, for starters, just understanding the connection between anxiety and dopamine. We know that anxiety is a complex condition and can stem from various factors. So this can include having a genetic predisposition, where you might have a family member who has anxiety, and so therefore you're genetically predisposed to possibly developing it yourself. There are environmental or situational stressors that we encounter, and there are also imbalances in brain chemicals. And so one of those chemicals is dopamine, which is often referred to as the feel-good neurotransmitter or brain chemical. And dopamine plays a really crucial role in reward-motivated behavior in addition to pleasure. But excessive dopamine release and that constant exposure to stimulating activities can really disrupt the delicate balance of dopamine, and this can lead to heightened anxiety levels. So when we're doing a dopamine detox, this is sometimes known as a digital detox or a sensory fast, and it's very deliberate and yet a temporary abstention from activities that trigger this excessive dopamine release. So the goal is really to reset our brains, reduce dependency on instant gratification, and sort of rewire our reward system to appreciate simpler pleasures. So when we're doing a dopamine detox, we typically want to refrain from activities like scrolling through social media, playing video games, binge watching TV shows, browsing the internet, consuming sugary or highly processed foods, and then just even being aware of any excessive caffeine intake. And instead, we want to opt for more calming activities like meditation, journaling, reading, taking a walk in nature, and spending quality time with loved ones. And so there are four main ways that a dopamine detox alleviates anxiety. The first is restoring sensitivity. So by temporarily abstaining from these stimulating activities, the detox helps reset our brain's reward system. And when we constantly seek high levels of dopamine through instant gratification, it starts to take increasingly more stimulation to experience that same level of satisfaction. So the detox actually allows our brains to sort of recalibrate and restore sensitivity to smaller, more meaningful pleasures. And this reduces the need for that constant external validation. The second thing is that it reduces overstimulation. So when we're continuously exposed to an overwhelming amount of stimuli, this can really heighten anxiety levels, especially if you're a highly sensitive person. So engaging in this dopamine detox provides this much needed break from this constant influx of information and sensory input. And so by limiting our exposure to those triggers, our minds can find that respite and gradually reduce that overstimulation that tends to fuel anxiety. It also helps in fostering mindfulness and emotional awareness. So dopamine detoxes can encourage us to be more present in the moment and develop mindfulness skills. If we start practicing meditation, journaling, or engaging in activities that promote self-reflection and emotional awareness, this can be really beneficial for managing anxiety. And when we have a greater understanding of our thoughts and emotions, then in turn we become better equipped to identify those triggers and implement whatever coping mechanisms might be helpful in that moment. And then finally, it enhances self-discipline and productivity. So dopamine detoxes really challenge us to develop self-discipline and regain control over our impulses. I mean, think about how many times you've sort of just, without even thinking about it, like picked up your phone and just started scrolling without even really being consciously aware that that's what you're doing. So by consciously abstaining from activities that provide that instant gratification, we can sort of redirect our focus towards things that are more productive. And then as we accomplish those more meaningful tasks, our sense of accomplishment and self-worth can improve, and this can also further reduce anxiety. So just to kind of wrap up, in a world where we're just inundated with that constant stimulation and the pressure to always be connected, this dopamine detox can really be a valuable tool in alleviating anxiety. And by taking those very intentional breaks from dopamine-inducing activities, we can really restore that balance to our brain chemistry, regain control over that reward system in our brain, and then find solace in the simpler pleasures. And so this journey towards managing anxiety involves exploring various techniques, and a dopamine detox can really be a powerful addition to your toolkit in terms of managing that anxiety. So I hope you found this video informative and educational. Feel free to ask a question or leave a comment, and I challenge you to try to do your own dopamine detox and let me know how it goes. I'll see you next time.